And good afternoon. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter along with Keith Fustel. And here we go. A big Saturday of action here at Laurel Park. Some nice races. Looking forward to the races today. Some horses I've been waiting to run, and they're running today. And a big day for our Rainbow Pick 6.
Oh, yeah.
Second biggest carryover in the country. Starts in race 4. Over 233,000 today.
Gotta love it. Another little interesting card, a little sequence. Not really a single, Stan, that I saw. I know you took some stabs yesterday, led the public right to the water, and just a brutal beat with Stolen Love. But give him a good setup for the ticket. And how about the payoff yesterday, Stan? This is why this bet is so good. Here are your winners from race 4. $2.60, a free square. $3.80, basic free square. $7.20, $10.20, $4.80, and $10. You still get back $3.29.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Pretty good. And how about the late pick 5 for $6.20 with a little bit of chalk? So the money's there. People are pumping into this bet. You should step in, fire, and give it a shot.
They put about 60,000 new money into it yesterday. I was 5 out of 6. I have another ticket today. A couple horses I like in the sequence. Scott Wyckoff from WBAL Radio. He has a ticket today for the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. You should have a ticket. Everybody should have a ticket. It starts in race 4. We'll talk more about that when we get to the 4th race. Big day today. We have the 3 big Triple Crown preps. We have the Wood Memorial up there at Aqueduct. We're all rooting on Old Time Revival for Kenny Decker. He trains right here at Laurel Park. He's 6-1 up there with Jeremy Rose. Good luck there to Kenny Decker and Jack's Better Farm with Old Time Revival in the Grade 2 Wood Memorial. Then you have the Bluegrass at Keeneland, and then the Santa Anita Derby out there at the Great Race Place. And that race is going to feature your current Kentucky Derby favorite. That's the Bob Baffert horse, Justify, who's making his stakes debut today in the Santa Anita Derby.
Yeah, 4 to 5 on the morning line. Bolta Oro, 6 to 5. It kind of looks like a match race. You kind of hope everything goes well out of the gate, comes away cleanly, and when they throw it down from the quarter pole home, may the better horse win. And we're going to see Justify has flashed a ton of talent in such just a couple of races. When you're looking at from a betting perspective of those 3 races, it looks like the Bluegrass is the one. You've got a questionable favorite, a 2-1 favorite in Good Magic, kind of a little bit of a clunker off the layoff down in Florida. I like Lucas, I like Hollendorfer, and I like Cassie. Those 3 horses, the names all kind of, not all escape me, but I like those 3 in an exacta box in the Bluegrass.
In the Bluegrass.
Yeah.
All right, so 3 big major Triple Crown preps today. 2 weeks from today, we're going to have a monster day here at Laurel Park. Saturday, April 21st, our Spring Stakes Spectacular right here at Laurel Park. Great day of live racing. You get a Laurel Park travel tumbler on Saturday, April 21st. We also have 5 stake races that day featuring the ExpressBet Federico Tessio. The winner of that race earns a spot in the Preakness. We also have the Weber City Miss. Winner of that race earns a spot in the Black Eyed Susan. We also have the Tat Party at the Jailbreak Bar, all for a big day. You also have the Dahlia and the Henry Clark, 2 big preps for the Dixie and the Gallaret on Preakness Day, and then the 2018 batch of Pimlico Pilsner. So a big day Saturday, April 21st.
Like a couple of those after a long day of work, a little betting, a little handicap, a little charting. Tap one open right there. Yeah, the Pimlico Pilsner had some last year. Very good product.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Jailbreak right about a furlong down the street here from Laurel Park, making some good brews down there. So you can enjoy all that, some great live racing, and you get a snazzy little Laurel Park travel tumbler. So that's all waiting for you. 2 weeks from today, Saturday, April 21st, our Spring Stakes Spectacular. Okay, let's get right to it here. Let's show you the track conditions and the weather and all that before we get to race 1. We should have a nice fast track. They're working on it today in the 40s today. Perfect playing fast track. A little chilly today, but at least we have no snow or rain right now in the forecast.
No. And yesterday, if you took notice, really fast final times, internals and final times throughout. But you could come from pretty much anywhere. You don't want to be too far back, maybe 3 or 4 out of it, turning for home. But they were laying it down yesterday. on this racetrack, and a little scraping it a little bit, even maybe a little tighter this afternoon. So speed could be a major player on today's racing card.
All right, well, let's take a look here. Race 1's going to kick off your early pick 5. Always your best bet here at Laurel Park. Both your pick 5s with that industry low 12% takeout, and it's always a mandatory payout here on the early pick 5 starting in race 1. We're going a flat mile in the opener. Maiden claiming 10,000 filly mares 3 and up. I go to the outside. Scratch to 6 here now. I end up on the outside. Nancy R., your 8-5 morning line favorite near Ricardo Chappie on this 4-year-old filly by Frisian Fire for trainer Dorothy Wharton and owner Wasabi Venture Stables. East Connection's been doing pretty well around here, but this horse been knocking on the door at this level for a long time. She finds a soft spot today. She should get a nice trip on the outside. One more shot today for the 7, Nancy Yard.
Free and clear, maybe, softened up a little bit. They didn't go too fast last time. 4 of these horses exit the same race on the 16th of March. Zarbanda came off of a lengthy layoff. The 2 horses this afternoon had a little trouble mid-turn. Picked that up a little bit of a stall of momentum mid-turn. Was able to kind of run on between horses and actually finished, I think, clearly better than Nancy R. What you have to worry about is a slight bounce for Zarbanda off that layoff with a big effort. But Nancy R, I think, is the one to beat. The road will go through her turning for home. I'll take a flyer. You've got Nancy R 0 for 18, Zarbanda 0 for 12. I had the Chubb 0 for 12, my top selection, but showed dramatic improvement second time off of the break. A little stretch out, has run okay long on the grass. I'm just stabbing for a price here. I had the Chubb. Maybe Hamilton can make a kind of a quick move mid-turn, open up some daylight on these horses. But the 2 favorites look tough, but I'll take a little upsetter with the 5. I have the Chubb. Sticking with the Chubb, we had a Chubb win yesterday, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so I didn't use the 5, but third race back off the layoff today for the 5 is with the Chubb horse beat My Stolen Love. Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah,
nice stretch battle there.
That was.
And that was a nice 2 other than allowance feature there. So I don't use the 5. We both like the 2 here. Zarbanda on the inside should get a nice trip. Carlos Quinones, but you mentioned maybe a bounce off that big effort last out.
Good, ran awfully big, Stan. Showed improvement, last summer that was laid off, ran big. Coming back, the horse was 18-1 that day. You won't get anything remotely close to 18-1, probably in that 2-1, 9-5 range. A lot of money just going to kind of pour in on the 2 and the 7, Nancy R.
All right, let's take a look at the early pick 4 starting in race 2, going 6 furlongs. Nice, claiming 15,000 for straight 3-year-old fillies here in race 2. One of my favorite little 3-year-old fillies around here. Let's show you Shekor's last win, March 24th here at Laurel Park. This was her 4th win from 10 starts. A very honest Maryland-bred filly, bred by Country Lay Farm. She's by Frisian Fire. This was the win on March 24th against Open 11,000 Company. This day was her 2nd win in a row. Now she steps up today off the claim for trainer Pat McGill. He gets a 5-pound apprentice, Carlos Carrasco, to ride. She's a 4-time winner here at Laurel Park. The 2 Shekor, I like her today. I have her on top here in race 2.
Yeah, the key, maybe the blinkers. The blinkers are going on the last 2 starts. She's kind of been in touch a little bit more. Nothing real flashy about Shekor.
No.
She just knows how to win and grinds it out. And we'll have a target up front. Top Hat Tango, proportionality. I think we'll go out and set an honest pace. Top Hat Tango, the 6. First time off the claim for Claudia. Going to be dangerous, no doubt about it. I don't mind the extra 16th of a mile for the 6 Top Hat Tango. I'm going to use Shekor in a miss. Maybe a little bit of a better price to 3 Trufflesburg. I've been chasing this horse. Picks up Rodriguez, a live bug rider today. I know it was clearly beat by Shekor last time, but had a little bit of traffic early. I think this horse, if it can get into position without any trouble the first 3/8 of a mile, this horse has a little bit of finishing fronts, as evidenced by the try 3 back against Queen of Schmooze.
Carlos Mencia barn with they won the race last
yesterday.
race yesterday with social media. They have the 3 Trufflesburg in this spot. I didn't use this horse, but you get a nice light weight assignment here, 113 for the 3. I like the 7. We both like the 7 a little bit here. Tis Surprise with your 2nd leading rider of the meet, the 7-pound bug boy Weston Hamilton on this 3-year-old filly for Gary Capuano. First, well, she gets back into Gary's barn. She ran well earlier this year for Gary here at Laurel Park. She ran okay up there at Aqueduct for Bruce Brown, but now comes back home here to Gary. Should get a nice trip here with the Bug Boy on the outside.
No doubt. Going to have to show a little bit more finishing punch, but this little bit of a drop could be the key. You go back 3 or 4 races, was well beaten by Proportionality. Proportionality was able to kind of just dictate it on the lead that day. That trip I don't think is going to happen this afternoon if there's a clean clean break between the 4 and the 6. I think they're going to keep themselves entertained. Yeah, this little drop could enhance the run. This is a wide-open race too. You could almost punch the all button. Presenter ran well first time out, getting it done.
Yeah, for Mike Orm, she sure did.
Yep.
All right, see if Shecor can get 3 in a row here in the second. Let's take a look here. Race 3 going a mile and a 16th, claiming 5,000 for 4-year-olds and upward. Haven't won 2 in 6 months, never won 5. This is a tough beat nickel condition. We have a rider change on my top pick, the 3, Garib. Make the rider Sheldon Russell on this 8-year-old son of Tapit for trainer Jonathan Maldonado. Very sharp effort 2 starts ago at the beaten nickel at this same condition 2 starts ago. Got beat ahead by Banner Bill, who's back in this spot today. Garib didn't run too well off the claim against beaten 7,500, but now drops back down to 5,000 today. I like Russell with a nice 2-win day yesterday. He's on the 2, Garib, my top pick here in the 3rd.
Yeah, Maldonado with 2 runners. And I think Garib's best running is usually from just off the pace, and I think Sheldon's going to be able to kind of do that with his horse, get him to kind of draft back along the inside. I don't think he's going to be too far back, but last time found himself on the front end dueling along the rail, a little bit of a fade. You know, a lot of these horses are just not in really sharp form right now. Greek God, I'll take the higher price. I think is going to be the higher price of the Maldonado runners. You go back 5 races, January 7th, a good win, dictating the pace on the front end. Rare Eagle's been in good form, rising up the ranks. I think Greek God, you know, last time at Charlestown was off of the early pace by 5 or 6 lengths. That's Charlestown. Those horses are kind of usually accustomed to that track. They show that speed, and those Maryland horses sometimes they just kind of fall a step behind out of the gate stand. Maybe Greek God on the front end with Pimentel. If you're looking for a little bit of a price, maybe Mid-Ocean reunited with Karamanos. Karamanos has gotten some run out of this horse, and he was certainly hampered last time out. There was no pace on the front end. Squashville Road was able to dictate. Mid-Ocean wants a little bit more flow to enhance that run.
I'll use the 1 battle tap in my exact. In good form right now for Jamie Ness. Kevin Gomez will ride. Should get a nice ground-saving, forwardly placed trip on the inside of the 1 battle tap at 7-2. I use in the exacta. Nice beaten nickel condition here. You mentioned the 4 Mid-Ocean with Karamanos at 10-1. The old-timer, the 9-year-old, the 6 Bernard's Galaxy for trainer Scott Lake's been right there his last couple races against 4,000 up at Penn.
Yeah, he's going to need a meltdown, I think, to get up over these. But, you know, he's hit the winner's circle at Laurel before. Banner Bill, he came away a little funky last time. What I liked is his willingness after the rough break when he was ranked at the break. He did try to the wire against that slow pace. So he's going to be another one. I think if he comes away cleanly, he could be on or just off the pace right there with Greek God.
All right, nice beat nickel there in race 3. Let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll dive into today's Rainbow Pick 6 with that carryover over 233,000, second biggest carryover in the country today. We'll take a look right after this.
In the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Either way, you win. Have a stake in the race with ExpressBet.
Okay, welcome back. They put almost 60,000 new money into it yesterday. It's going to be well played today. Second biggest carryover in the country. Let's show it to you. $233,623 starts in race 4. I have a ticket. Scott Wyckoff from WBAL Radio has a ticket. Everybody should have a ticket. Let's take a look at my ticket. I was 5 out of 6 yesterday with 2 singles on my ticket. I have a $54 play today with only 1 single. I almost singled on the 6 Dragon Thorn Steed here in race 4. That's my top pick at 8-1. Steve Hamilton aboard for Patrick Noosh. I really like this 4-year-old son of Cal Nation. Been waiting for him to run back. I think he catches a field today with 2 suspect favorites in race 4. The 7 Zap Cat beaten favorite at this level. The last 2 times he's 0 for 21. He's a 5-year-old maiden. The other favorite, the 4 God Loves the Center, 0 for 14, 4-year-old maiden. So I like the 6 maybe at a nice price here. Dragon Thorn Steed in race 4, but you have to use the 4 and the 7 just protectively. You don't want to get knocked out in the first leg, right?
I like the way you're playing it. I think they are definitely suspect favorites in the 4th. I've got a big shot, but yeah, keep going with this ticket. It looks good.
And then five deep there in race 5. That's a nice maiden special weight for 3-year-old fillies. Looking for a price there. I'll use the 1, 3, 4, the 6, and the 8. My best bet of the day today comes in race 6, the 2, Sneaky Betty, for our leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez. I think jockey Julian Pimentel is going to get a nice ground-saving trip from the inside. This filly's 2 for 4 at the distance, and she's helped out a lot today because the 8, Hell of a Fire, who I thought was the main challenger, that horse is scratched from race 6. The 1, Ghoul's Night Out, is tough in there. Some other tough customers, but I think the 2, Sneaky Betty, sitting on a big race for a leading trainer. I'll key on that filly. Race 7, another nice maiden special weight. I'll go 3 deep in there using the 2, 4, and the 5. Nice first level allowance contest for 3-year-old fillies, going 6 furlongs in race 8. The 5, Rumor Ridge, in very good form right now for Ferris Allen. Caramanos will ride, but the 4, Yes I Dance, a good third last out behind Elevated Vision. So I'll use both the 4 and the 5 there in race 8. Race 9's a nickel 2 life going a mile. I only have 3 horses in there, the 2, 6, and the 8. I think I have the best 3 horses. The 8, Kinder's my top pick there in race 9, but that could be a wide open condition. Maybe use some more horses in there. I know you like the 7, Patriot Saint there in race 9. I don't have that horse on my ticket, but go deep as you can there in race 9. So that's my ticket. Let's show you Scott Wyckoff from WBAL Radio. There's his ticket. Very affordable, $28.80 ticket. Scotty Y is going to go 2 deep here in the 4th race using the 4-7. Then he likes the 3-4 there in race 5. He has the 1, 3, 8 in the 6th race, the 2 and the 5 in race 7. And then he has the same 3 as me. Well, he has the 2, 4, and 5 there in race 8. And then the 5 and the 8 in race 9. So a little more affordable than my ticket. $28.80 play there from Scotty White. He's won more Eclipse Awards than I have, and he's won way more Edward R. Murrow Awards than I have. So maybe Scott Wyckoff from WBAL Radio might is his first time putting out a pick 6 ticket. So watch him take the thing down.
I think we've converted him into a degenerate. That's what we want, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's been sticking around for a while now, several years, and been a good ambassador for the sport. Does a lot of good work promotion of Maryland racing. It's great to have him on board, give him some tickets, get an opinion.
He's won the old Hilltop Award over there at Pimlico. So, all right, well, let's take a look at the first leg. Whoa, we kick off the middle pick 4 here in race 4. Lots of action in the 4th race. Keith has a middle pick 4 ticket. There it is.
Yeah, $24. We're talking about. I'm going to use some prices as well, Stan, in race number 4. I didn't include Dragon Thorn Steed. Maybe I need to go back and include that horse. I'm going to go 1, 4, 5, 7 to get you started. In race 5, the 3-star Vista and the 4 Dazzling Speed. I'm very intrigued about this firster for Kieran. Race 6, the 1, 2, and 4. Ghoul's Night Out. Hated her last time at a short price. I like her today. It's maybe this controlling speed. And race 7, wrap it up with the 4. To Be Honest, in the 5, Reality Queen. $24 ticket for the middle pick 4.
All right, lots of action here in the 4th. 5.5 furlongs. Maiden claiming $25,000 for 3-year-olds and upward. And let's take a look at the 6th. Dragon Thorn Steed, a 4-year-old by Cal Nation out of a City Dancer mare for trainer Patrick Noosh. He does a nice job down there in Virginia. He tried maiden 25 for the debut. This filly had to break. This gelding had to break from the rail for his first time out. That's a tough assignment for a horse. I think he had a useful educational experience in that first race. Now we get some mud. And Colonel Crawford ran lights out that day. Colonel Crawford was sharp. Colonel Crawford's back in today or tomorrow, I believe. So I think this horse coming out of a sharp race. He gets a much better outside post today. Steve Hamilton will ride. I think the 2 favorites, the 4 and the 7, very suspect here in race 4. So I'll take a shot here with the 6, Dragon Thorn Steed. He does have, he shows one little maintenance half-mile work since that debut race on March 11th. So I'll take a shot here with the 6 in race 4.
And it's always good, Stan. You bring up that point about the horse down inside in the debut. He flashed a little speed, and you see the short comment provided by Equibase rated back near the half-mile marker, rail. Well, if you go back as well, March 11th was a pretty good speed day. It's hard for horses first time to make 2 moves, 3 moves in a race. Encouraging that he flashed that speed. no shame on that he couldn't make up ground after having to steady, because we saw the track carried speed that afternoon. Now moves to the outside. He could be on dead set go from the outside post today with Stevie Hamilton. I'm going to try a little bit bigger price with the 1 for the greater good. 15-1 morning line may come down a touch off of that. Caught Cash Exchange, who absolutely whistled on a speed favoring track on the 23rd. But I was encouraged by this horse's debut back in October against the bias in a big field, a decent middle move, then came back on the raise. You see the key horses, Love's Last Dash warming up. Sparty, they're key runners. You look out of that race, 2 horses came out of there to win. A couple other ones came out of there to run okay. This horse, I think, can rate and make a run from off the pace and may blow it up for the red-hot Donna Lockhart.
Yeah, she's
Rolling.
having a nice meet, Donna Lockhart. 3 for 6. This is a homebred for her. She bred the horse. She owns the horse, trains the horse. Tough inside post, but 112 for the weight with your second leading rider of the meet, Weston Hamilton. So I'm not going to talk you off the one with these 2 soft favorites in here. Let's talk about the favorites. The 7 Zapcat on the outside today could be the day, but he's had several chances. 0 for 21. 5-year-old maiden. Corrals keeps him at the $25,000 level. He's been right there his last couple races, and he'll run another good race today, probably be right there again. But yeah, you have to wonder, does he have that will to win? We'll see. He's going to get bet heavily once again in race 4 today.
0 for 21. A little excuse last time we talked about the 11th of March. That speed carry, Colonel Crawford, Kukulkan, they kind of were in their own race from the quarter pole home. Zapcat just couldn't churn on at even money. So the beaten favorite 2 straight times. Today could be the 3rd straight. I'm going to use him underneath, but that's short of a price 0 for 21. I've got to look elsewhere. Scratch the 3 paid Holiday and Imaginar will show some speed. The other Corrales as well, maybe given the target for the stablemate.
And then the 4, God Loves the Center, kind of the same boat as the 7 Zapcat. 0 for 14 here for this 4-year-old maiden for Susan Cooney. Ran a good race last out. That was December, and we haven't seen him since then. Now he's coming back off a 4-month layoff. You see some bullet works on the work tab. You get Sheldon Russell to ride. He'll run another good race. He'll be right there. I'm just trying to beat him with Dragon Thorn Steed, and you're trying to beat him with the Donna Lockhart 15-1 shot.
I think that's the right approach, Stan. I mean, God loves it. It's always boxing. They run that big race, and now we don't see them for 3-4 months.
Right.
What happened? But Susan can get horses to run well off a layoff. You see evidence there by the good ROI, over $4.50. So God Loves the Center. I don't know where that speed came from though. Last time, all of a sudden the horse popped up and ran really strong internals and held well. 5 clear of Campari, who came back, to gallop. I went ahead and beat the favorite Zapcat by 5 lengths. So God Loves the Center. I'm not going to leave that horse out of my my middle pick 4 though.
I almost singled on the 6, but I had to throw the 4 and the 7 in there just protectively. But an interesting first leg of the pick 6 today with 2 heavy favorites. A lot of people are going to bet. Both Keith and I trying to beat them in race 4 to kick off the pick 6. All right, race 5 kicks off the late pick 5. No carryover, but as always, more money back to the better with our industry low 12% takeout on the late pick 5. Starts in race 5. Nice maiden special weight going 5.5 furlongs for straight 3-year-old fillies. We have a video spotlight to show you of the 3, Star Vista. Here's her last race, a good 3rd, March 24th here at Laurel Park. This was the first start in the newborn for trainer Noah Abramson. Here's Star Vista on March 24th.
Yeah, off a little bit of a break and is entertaining the pace. Just moves to the outside of Mercurian, gets a short lead coming to the quarter pole. But this is a day. Look at the horse running 4th right now. Good one, honey. That steadying, lacking room. That was the Egan firster.
Sure.
That a lot of people have raved about. Boy, she looks like she's got a bright future. But Star Vista, through decent internals, 22-3, 46-2, I think keeps on well. Off of the layoff, did a lot of the dirty work. Look at her still trying to the inside of the runner-up. To be honest, is going to be running later on in today's card. So Star Vista, major player in race 5. She's going to be up there a long, long way.
I like her. I use her in my top 3. She's by McLean's Music, sire of last year's Preakness winner, Cloud Computing. Noah Abramson looks like he's got this filly going in the right direction. I go the 8, the outside though, the 8, the Wildcat Sunshine, my top pick. We have a soundbite from trainer Jose Corrales. We called up with him the other morning talking about this 3-year-old filly by the Wildcat. She was a little green in her debut race last out. They keep her at the maiden special weight level. Blinkers go on today. Here's what Corrales had to say about the 8, the Wildcat Sunshine here in race 5.
Well, I like this filly. She's been working pretty good. and I had a lot of, I took my time with her. I think she's going to be all right. But I do not like the position too much, but I think with blinkers on, she will run a lot better.
Okay, so they're hoping
Mm-hmm.
for a better effort
Yeah.
today with the blinkers. Corrales, part owner of this filly as well. She ran okay in her
Yeah.
debut against Maiden Special Weight, and you have to think the blinkers might help a little bit today. Caramanos stays
Mm-hmm.
aboard. Corrales said he don't like the outside post, but he's won more races than I have. I'd rather the outside than the
Yeah.
inside, and hopefully the blinkers on help today.
I got no problem with her position today. Caramanos aboard, the blinkers on. It's a positive ROI move. They don't win a whole lot with it, but when they do, they pay. And he sounded a little bit sneaky confident
Sure.
with this horse
Yep.
this afternoon. So look at that race, out of a race run in final time 110-3. That winning buyer was 83 that afternoon.
For it was
Awfully
considered.
strong. Yeah.
All right, so I like the 8, the Wildcat Sunshine. How about the 4, Dazzling Speed, though? A first-time starter from the Kieran McGee barn. Toledo will ride Lasix and debut. She's been working well over there at Pimlico. Lots to like here for the 4, Dazzling Speed.
Yeah, steady works. Kieran, he's coming along now with winning with these first-time starters. You see the percentage. Concord Point, the sire, 20% with first-time starters sprinting on the dirt. That's a strong number. Full Brother, 3 for 6. Ran a buyer of 81, wanted to a stakes winner. So there's precociousness there in the breeding, certainly for the 4, Dazzling Speed.
All right, be interesting to check the tote board here on this filly, the 4, Dazzling Speed. I use in my top 4. We both we talked about the 3, Star Vista, the 1, Pantyhose. I use in my exacta. J.D. Acosta will ride this 3-year-old for Kenny Decker. 3rd at this level, last down. She doesn't have too much early speed, so the break's going to be the key today for the 1, Pantyhose.
Yeah, that'll be very interesting to see what kind of trip. A little improvement with the blinkers back on. She's kind of a chaser. Will she have that last little punch to get over the top? I'm not so sure. You've got another firster in here. Attracts Weston Hamilton, Calling Mr. Spock, number 2 for Carl Duran. Mare was 3 for 28, made 136,000. Foals, they've made a good money. All winners, including a 6-time winner. So it's another sneaky one in this race. Another good competitive race.
And you have the
Race
6,
5.
Garden City Gambler in your top 4 there. First-time starter for Wayne Potts. Tim Tulloch likes this filly today. She's been working well here at Laurel. You get a good rider, Montanez. Lasix in debut. Look at that work last Saturday. 1:03 here at Laurel. Sharp work from the gate before that. So maybe a live first-timer here with the 6.
Wayne's done a real good job the last couple of years, spotting these youngsters, the first-time starters. Good percentage. Look at 27% with first-time out. ROI, gaudy, $3.56. Yeah, look at the breeding exchange rate. You got out of a Carson City mare, should be speed and could definitely win early, no doubt.
All right, so nice maiden special weight here in race 5. Another nice maiden special weight in the 7th race. Let's take a look, though, here at race 6. A nice first-level allowance contest going a mile and a 16th for affiliate mares 3 and up. My best bet of the day in this race, the 2, Sneaky Betty. I think she'll get a nice trip on the inside with Pimentel. She's 0 for 7 here at Laurel Park, and now I go against Zapcat in race 4. This filly has been the beaten favorite at this level the last 2 starts, but I'm going to give her one more shot. She's runs for our leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez. She's 2 for 4 at this distance, and with the scratch of the 8, hell of a fire. I thought that was the main challenger. I love the 2, Sneaky Betty today. My best bet of the day.
Yeah, so innocent, resurgent for Snake Frock that day, March 11th. Hell of a fire, out of this race was going to be a factor. We'll wait another day for her. But Sneaky Betty improving, no doubt about it. She had every right to win last time. I think she's going to be strong in here, but made the move. Just couldn't quite. Maybe that track kind of kept the other horse up too as well. The 11th, talking about a speed day, and got away with slow internals. But Sneaky Betty should be around. Like I said, didn't like Ghoul's Night Out last time out. We beat her when she was 2 to 5. But I think on the stretch out, that's going to be the key for her. I don't see an abundance of speed. Maybe Barley Jack. She's experienced. She's run against the right kind. You see Karen on the page. No More Excuses is awfully quick. She made a move into that one. I think Ghoul's Night Out can go ahead, get the lead and dictate. Sneaky little stretch out move for Hammy Smith. You're going to get a little better price today. The mare was 2 for 4 going long on the dirt.
And a couple of very nice works coming into this race. Last Friday, a bullet 5 furlong work here for the 1, Ghoul's Night Out. She's by Go Sapper. It's Go Sapper's birthday today.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
Ghoul's Night Out should like to stretch out to 2 turns, right?
There you go.
Nice allowance. Or who else in here? The 3 Barley Jack. I have in the mix the 6 Expect Indy Toledo on this 5-year-old mare for Kieran McGee. Sharp win last out against Beaton 7,500 here at Laurel Park. This isn't too much of a step up for the 6 Expect Indy. The horse 3 for 3 in the money here at Laurel, and Kieran's 20% first off the claim. He's taking a shot here against Allowance Company. He must like this new horse he has in the barn.
And Benchmark Babe, who she beat last time, tried Allowance Company a few races back, ran a 62 buyer. I mean, it looks like a mid to high 60s could get it done this afternoon. Florida Force, a 7-time winner. Expect Indy, a 4-time winner. Got a lot of these horses still eligible for 2 in life. So they're, they know where the wires. They're going to have to improve a little bit, I think, to get by the favorites. We didn't talk about the 4. Let's talk about her a little bit coming in for our No Delacour. Doesn't run a lot of allowance horses here. It's a lot of stakes and maidens and stuff. But
there you go.
10 demerits. We got a little stat?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Little stat for Delacour. 7 for 21, though, with maiden winners next out on the dirt. 33%. Horse hasn't run really fast. Okay, 3 starts, 1 at Parks and then 2 down at Tampa, a little freshening. But I think, really got a good education down there, Stan. This horse certainly can improve out of a mare. Pussycat Doll was a multiple grade 1 winner for Baffert. 10 demerits, looks a little bit ambitiously spotted, but you got to respect the barn. This guy, he's tough. And with ascending numbers, the percentages even go up. So 10 demerits going to have to improve, but I think it can be a factor in here. Beat a Clement firster last time out.
Delacour's done this before when he comes up from Tampa. Sometimes those wins he has at Tampa don't give the biggest Buyer speed figures, but he has some nice horses. It's a homebred for the Jacksons. All they do is breed nice horses. So don't be fooled by the 58 Buyer down there at Tampa. The 4-10 demerits could be stepping up. Is stepping up into a tougher race today, but she's bred to be a nice filly for strong connections. Nice allowance race there in race 6. Let's take a look here at the 7th race. A nice maiden special weight 3-year-old fillies, 5.5 furlongs. I like the 4 in here, to be honest. I have her on top. You have her in the Exacta 3-year-old filly by Street Magician. It looks like she's improved a lot. Her last 2 starts for trainer Jerry O'Dwyer. Good second last out against Maiden 40. A little bit of a step up here to maiden special weight. Russell had a good day yesterday. He's been aboard this filly the last 2 tries. He's back aboard today. We caught up with the young trainer, Jeremiah O'Dwyer, talking about, to be honest, it's taken her a while to get in form. He has her going in the right direction now. Here's what O'Dwyer had to say about, to be honest, for race 7 today.
Yeah, she's a nice filly. I've always liked her, We bought her at the sales at Timonium there last year. And she was a nervous filly, so, she's taken a while to settle down and figure it all out. But she seems to be improving a little bit with every run, There's a bit of speed there, I'd like to see her maybe sitting like 3rd or 4th, and just try getting the clear. I think she's better when she's kind of on the outside of horses and come running at them. She just does not like an off track, so I'm hoping the rain stays away.
All right, well, the rain and snow stayed away. We're going to have a fast track, and Russell rides. She's going to break from the 4-hole here in this 8-horse field. O'Dwyer saying he hopes the filly gets a nice outside trip. She's better on the outside. She's a closing sprinter. Hopefully Russell can have her in a good spot going in that far turn, stalking on the outside.
Yeah, and reading the comment from Echo Base last time out, moved in hand outside with the winner, just wasn't good enough. That was, we saw the video earlier, the good one, Honey Race, where she kind of found room and then it just exploded. But to be honest, interesting. Yeah, he talked about this filly not really liking the off track, but look at the move. Runs a 4 races back, 27 Buyer, then a 25. What's he do? He protects her. He found something triggered that move. They figured something out with this filly, and she's dramatically improved her last 2 races. Yeah, she's 5.5. She's going to make a move, and she's going to be hard to hold off through the stretch. I'll take a shot with the 5, Reality Queen for Flynn Stites. Haven't seen this horse since October, late October in Belmont, off the turf where it just got beat. Now a new barn from Maker to Stites. Really working strong, and the blinkers go on. Talked to Paul Randall today. He actually works for a consignor. They had this filly at a sale and was commenting, he was always kind of hoping they put blinkers on her. Well, he got his wish today. And you go back on the page, the dirt races, back as a 2-year-old at Churchill Downs, the second career start, Lady O'Toole, that horse has come back to run awfully well. Won an allowance in Indiana with a good number, and then won a stakes on the grass for trainer Brad Cox. I think she's handled the right kind of company, attracts Weston Hamilton. Reality Queen will be forward a long way in race 7.
Yeah, 3 solid works coming into this race. A couple nice 5-furlong works from from the gate, and then recently last Saturday 47-3. So it looks like this filly by Pioneer of the Nile sitting on a big race. Weston Hamilton, blinkers on. I like the 5. I use her in my top 3. The 2 in jail comes off the layoff for trainer Mike Trombetta. This filly's been the beaten favorite here at Laurel back in December, 2 times beaten favorite at this level. She has early speed, and then she stops. See if they figured her out a bit. She's been working well up there at Fair Hill. She'll probably be forwardly placed today with Pimentel aboard. Just needs to figure out how to finish a little bit better.
Yeah, I think, though, I worry if Reality Queen is the filly that she's maybe showing in the mornings up there at Penn National, in jail may not be able to kind of shake her around the turn, which really could set things up for the 4. To be honest, to be honest, very well could be the favorite in here based on that last race. I mean, in jail, she's attracted so much play those 2 other races that gave her a slight edge. Seeing how the public would go, but wouldn't surprise me though if the 4 is favored in this race. Looking for a bomb, maybe Tommy Michaels from out of nowhere with Maui Wahine. Blinkers go on, second time Lasix, could slug up for a piece.
And get the X-Man there. You get a nice price there on the 6. All right, nice maiden special weight and races 5 and 7. Let's take a look at race 8 to kick off the late daily double, going 6 furlongs. Nice first level allowance contest for 3-year-old fillies. Optional claiming 50,000. I have the 5 Rumor Ridge, my top pick. You have the Rumor Ridge on top as well. Let's show you what this filly did back on February 9th here at Laurel Park, and her second career start as the favored. Nice. We have this race from February 9th. Let's show it to you. Here's Rumor Ridge in front, and she wins by 4.5 this day. Beats Piece of Candy, who comes back to win. She's been off since February 9th, coming back today off a couple months off. Nice workout last week here at Laurel Park. I think she'll get a nice trip on the outside today with her early speed and Caramanos aboard for Ferris.
Biggest concern is a little bit of layoff, after the 2 big tries. Maybe a little rest was in order for her, but I like the way she rated around the turn. You saw her finish there, really striding out nicely. Looked like a racehorse there. I mean, she looked serious and beat a good horse and Piece of Candy, who came back to win for Brittany Trimble. I'll take Rumor Ridge one more time.
All right, we caught up with Ferris Allen the other morning talking about his 3-year-old filly by Yes It's True, Rumor Ridge, your 8-5 morning line favorite in today's race 8. Here's what Ferris had to say.
We're real happy with how she's doing. Of course, she's facing winners for the first time. That's always a ramp up in what she's going to have to do to win. But we're happy, and she's speedy. We've got a new rider on her. Elvis has ridden her in her 2 starts previously. He's out, but we've got Horacio to ride her, and he's a great judge of what to do from out there, so that should be a help.
All right. Had to turn the heater off back there. Causing problems. All right, so there's Ferris Allen talking about the 5 Rumor Ridge. There is some speed to the inside, but she, with her breaking from the outside, I think Caramano is going to have a nice tactical trip on the outside.
I mean, this filly shown from the rail in her debut. She ran big, didn't have any issues with that. Then was able to rake comfortably off of a good pace second time out. I don't think she's going to have any issue with a clean break to sit just off of Yes I Dance, who's awfully quick, no doubt about it. But future looks good for her. This will be the real test. We'll see what we got today.
The 4 Yes I Dance ran a big race last out. She didn't break very well. Made a big middle move. 3rd behind Elevated Vision, who's undefeated for Schoenthal. This is a nice filly for Carlisle. Boca Chica, a good gate rider. This filly gonna be right there early, and based on her 2 races, she might. I think she's gonna be there at the end to get a piece of it.
Yeah, that hampered her last time out. That little step slow with the break. You have to use a little bit more early. Took pressure. Daniele was a heavy favorite, if I'm not mistaken, for Rudy Rodriguez that afternoon. And Elevated Vision, who won her debut, came right back to win professionally for Schoenthal. Yeah, look, I'm just going to try a little bit of better prices underneath of what I think is going to be the favorite, Rumor Ridge. I think she's going to be 8-5, 7-5 range. 3 Hawk might be a touch high on the line. I think you should get around 6-1 on her. Maybe not quite 8, but protected in that debut run, got away with the waiver because of the Maryland bred. Beat a little bit of a lighter bunch, but man, she overcame trouble and adversity to do it, and she's bred to be a good one. I have to burn Identity, who's made almost $900,000. So 3 Hawk, I think, can move up off of that debut and might get the right kind of pace flow up front. She'll be rolling late. The extra 16th of a mile should help.
All right, it's a nice first-level allowance contest for 3-year-old fillies here in race 8 to kick off the late double. Here we go, race 9 going a flat mile, claiming 5,000, 3 and up. Never won 2 lifetime. I like the 8 on the outside. Kinder, you have this horse in your exacta. Yomar Ortiz aboard for Wayne Potch. Good second at this level last out. That was coming off about a couple months layoff. The filly was running, the gelding was running down there in Tampa, and then a good second at this level last out behind Captain, my captain. Ortiz is going to get a nice trip on the outside here with the 8 Kinder for Wayne Potts.
Certainly should move right up into a forward spot, turning for home. Not a lot of speed in this race. Homer Haps, he's kind of lost the speed. I don't know what's going on with him. I think he'll be more forwardly placed this afternoon. Maybe Casino King. I'm going to come back to Patriot Saint, though, for Vernon Allenson. A double drop here. I think just faced better horses the last couple races with an excuse last time. Bumped around at the break, had too much to do. I think he's right up near it and can hang around a long time. These two could really kind of get in their own little battle. My pal Jerry, yeah, I don't know if that Buyer's a little bit inflated last time. Questionable group, but, you know, can cover the ground.
Sure.
Going to be a shorter price, but is definitely in form for Wasabi.
We both like the 2 Casino Kings. Taking a drop in class today. Ricardo Chappie aboard for Mario Saray. Third 2 starts ago up there at Parks. This will be the cheapest. That's this 5-year-old son of Giants Causeways ever run for today.
Yeah, I mean, the barn, they come into Laura a little bit. 2 for 27 the last couple years. 9 for 27, though, in the money. Going to need a well-timed run. Another one that likes to kind of flatten out at that last 1/8 of a mile. This is a little bit of a head-scratcher in the last, and that's what makes that pick 6 awfully interesting when you come down to that final leg.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so go as deep as you can there in race 9. That's it. We're out of time. Let's show you the carryover again. Second biggest carryover in the country today. Over 233,000 for our 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. Starts in race 4 today. I've talked about my ticket. You've heard Keith's picks. We showed you Scott Wyckoff's ticket. Let's show you what Tim Tulloch likes today in our Rainbow Pick 6 sequence. He has a couple key horses for you to consider. Here's what Tulloch has to say about today's monster Pick 6 here at Laurel Park.
If you're looking for action this weekend, Saturday at Laurel Park is the place to find it. Our 9-race program will feature a just under $234,000 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 carryover that starts in today's 4th race. I have a couple horses I really like today. The first one in the 5th race, a maiden special weight event. And if you like first-time starters that look fast from a high percentage barn, this is where you'll find it, and it's a 6 Garden City Gambler. This filly by exchange rate out of a Carson City mare has been smoking up the track in the morning with works from the gate, 48 and change, and her latest work, a minute flat from the pole. Trained by Wayne Potts, who hits at 27% with his first-time starters, and ridden by Rosario Montanez, who's one of our best gate riders here. If she gets out, she could be long gone. And my best bet of the day, Sneaky Betty in the 6th race. Julian Pimentel rides for Claudio Gonzalez, our leading trainer, draws the fence. Claudio's 26% with his route horses, 20% with allowance horses, and the rail going a mile 16th is golden here at Laurel Park. The place to be. Hope to see you here for a great day of racing at Laurel Park.